Pontiac GTO 2003-04. In 2003, the Pontiac GTO was relaunched in the US market in the form of a rebadged, third-generation Holden Monaro. The VZ Monaro-based GTO was Pontiac's first captive import since the 1988-1993 Pontiac Le Mans. The V2/VZ Monaro was a two-door coupe variant of the Australian-developed VX Holden Commodore. The Monaro was also exported to the United Kingdom as the Vauxhall Monaro and to the Middle East as the Chevrolet Lumina SS. The revival was prompted by former GM North America chairman Bob Lutz, who had the idea of importing a Holden Commodore-based vehicle after reading a Car and Driver review of the Holden Commodore SS, published circa 2000. Car and Driver praised the performance of the V8-powered, rear-wheel drive Holden Commodore SS, but noted that even though it was one of the best vehicles that GM offered at the time, it could not be purchased in the United States. The idea of importing a rear-wheel drive Holden as a GM North American performance offering gradually transformed into importing the Monaro. Lutz, as well as other GM executives, later drove a Holden Monaro while on a business trip in Australia, which convinced them that importing the car could be a profitable venture. Lutz had to convince GM executive hierarchy to import the car and overcome a corporate culture that promoted regional autonomy between GM North America and its overseas divisions. This resulted in an unnecessarily long gestation period, as Lutz put it, and at a much higher cost than anticipated. The Monaro design was introduced in 2001 but appeared dated in 2003 when it was released in the United States. It was also originally planned to sell for about $25,000, but by the time it was launched in the US, the Australian dollar's growth against the US dollar had inflated the price of the car to well over $34,000. Both of these elements played a role in the car's lukewarm acceptance by the general public. The GTO was assembled by GM's Holden subsidiary at Elizabeth, South Australia. It was equipped with a 5.7-liter LS1 V8 engine for the 2004 model year, the same engine found in the concurrent model year Chevrolet Corvette, with a choice of a 6-speed manual transmission or a 4-speed automatic. Changes from the Australian-built Monaro included bracing additions to the body to meet US crash standards, a corporate Pontiac front fascia, new badging, GTO stitching on the front seats and a revised exhaust system. GM engineers benchmarked the sound of the 1964 GTO held in the Pontiac Historical Collection, as well as other LS1-powered vehicles while working with the exhaust vendor to tune the system. The effort was made to make the new GTO invoke the same sound as the original while still meeting the noise threshold required by some states. The 2004 GTO exhaust was a true dual system that followed the original Monaro exhaust routing. Thus both tailpipes exited on the driver's side of the vehicle. General Motors claimed performance of 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.3 seconds and a 13.8-second quarter-mile time, which was closely verified by several automotive magazine tests. Initially, in 2004, the car was offered in 7 colors: Barbados Blue Metallic, Cosmos Purple Metallic, Quicksilver Metallic, Phantom Black Metallic, Impulse Blue Metallic, Tord Red, and Yellow Jacket. GM had high expectations to sell 18,000 units, but the lukewarm reception of the car in the US curtailed the target. The styling was frequently derided by critics as being too conservative and anonymous to befit either the GTO heritage or the current car's performance. Given the newly revived muscle car climate, it was also overshadowed by the Chevrolet Monte Carlo, Chrysler 300, Dodge Charger, Dodge Magnum, and the new Ford Mustang, all of whom featured more traditional muscle car aesthetics. Critics also pointed out the car's high sale price. Sales were also limited because of tactics of dealerships, such as initially charging large markups and denying requests for test drives of the vehicle. By the end of the year, the 2004 models were sold with significant discounts. Sales totaled 13,569 of the 15,728 imported cars for 2004. The hood scoops that originally were slated for production in 2005 were pushed into production as part of an over-the-counter Sport Appearance package. The 2004 Sport Appearance package also included a taller and more angular rear spoiler, as well as deeper inset front grilles. Closing out the 2004 model year was the W40 package featuring an exclusive paint color called Pulse Red GTO embroidery on black anthracite seats, and a gray-colored gauge cluster. The last 794 units of the 2004 model year GTOs were equipped with the W40 package.